Ever avoided breaking down a whole chicken because it seems too tricky? Today, I want to show you a home-cooked method that avoids the intimidating wishbone. Slow, minimal incisions, and stress-free. We start with the wings. There are two ways to do this. If you want to cook and serve it, we want one clean-ish cut. And to do that, we find the joint. You simply wiggle the wing, placing your index finger where the joint seems to be. You want to get to a point when you wiggle, one side of your finger is not moving, but the other side is. That's when you know where the joint is. You stop and you bring it back to a 90-degree angle. Grab the knife, find the spot. Don't worry if the first time doesn't go through. You cut, jam your knife if need be, and you cut through the skin. This way, you have a very clean cut that you can serve and present. If you're just using it to make stock, even easier. Grab the wing, it's a ball socket joint after all, cut through the skin, grab the drum, break, cut through the other side. Not as pretty, but much easier. Now, since we're solving for eating and not selling, I want to get all the yummy skin and flesh from the back. To do that, we rely mostly on pulling. And to help us pull, we want to make one clean incision along the spine. We grab the breast, stretch the skin to help us make the incision, and you go. If you have a sharp knife, this will be very easy. If you don't, just do it a few times. There's no need to worry. We inspect the other side. Cut all the way through. Now, you can see the spine pretty clearly. If there's ambiguity, just give it a nudge. All the way down. Perfect. Turn this back around. We divide the legs from the breasts. Who gets custody of most of the skin? Well, the breast. Not just for presentation, but it's the more delicate meat and it needs the fat to protect it from overcooking. How do we give custody to the breast? We find the line of fat. What you want to do is you want to push down on this canal-looking gap, pull the leg, and you can see this yellowish line. You want to give this line to the breast side. Pull, and you simply cut on the leg side of the line. One incision. Once this is open, because we know we're pulling, you want to give the rest of this skin as an option for the leg. Whether you use it or not, it's up to you later on. What you do is simple. You follow the skin. Don't have to cut through. You can cut through if you want to, though. No stress. Once you're here, put the knife down. Make sure the skin is separated. Now, we start the pulling. Grab the breast, grab the leg, start to pull. Keep pulling. Now, once you hear the crack, you know we've dislocated the ball from the socket. What we have here is called the oyster, a very treasured piece of meat, and we want to help the oyster go to the leg side. This whole thing is about pulling and removing, nudging the sinews to the correct side. And for the home cook, the safest way is to always cut away from the flesh you're taking. This way, you don't risk cutting into the flesh unnecessarily. So I'm pulling, patiently pulling. I'm slow because I'm not a butcher. I'm not good at this. I shouldn't be. Pull, you see a sinew, cut away from the flesh, pull more, sinew, cut away, always away. Now you pull again. Every time you pull, you reveal more things that are stopping the flesh that you're trying to pull from going the right direction. So you cut them away from the flesh. I did say this is going to be slow, right? Now we pull again. With supermarket chicken, by the way, things often break. It's okay. Just keep pulling. Keep pulling. And now you can see how the back incision and our decision to break the skin here is helping us nudge the flesh, nudge the skin to the right direction. And this is as much skin you'll ever see on a chicken leg. We do the same on the other side. Well, since most of us has a dominant hand, what you don't want to do with the second side is to cross your arm and try to pray. Turn the bird around. Using your dominant hand now, press down on the breast. Weaker hand pulls the leg away. Once again, you find the line of fat. Cut on the leg side. Once you've made the incision, turn it back to your advantage. If you cut through, it's okay. Now, once again, follow the skin. Help us later. Make sure the skin has a clean cut here. Stop pulling again. Once again, we see the oyster. We help the oyster go in the right direction. Pull, sinew, pull. Help the oyster see the light. Pull. Another clean leg. This is the yield you should get from the backside. Now, if you want to break the leg down further, don't do it on the presentation side, because this way you only get one shot. Turn it around. You get unlimited takes. Wiggle, one stationary side, one wiggling side. And you slowly go down. You have unlimited takes. Don't cut through yet. Jam through all the sinews. Jam through everything. Turn it round. Jam through the flesh, everything. Once you're pretty much open, that is the one time you need to be decisive. Push down hard. One straight line, another straight line. No one's naked. Set them aside. Now the breast. Just like how the back side has helped us tremendously, we do the same with the breast side by separating the skin. To do this, we grab hold of the pointy end, we pull the skin as much as we can to stretch out the skin. Now all we need to do is to find this soft bone, which is also a very good indicator of the living condition and the age of the bird. Decent. Cut down on one side, go all the way until the wishbone stops us. We do the same on the other side, going under the skin, so nothing goes to waste. Wishbone stopping us. Perfect. Now, we continue to break the skin from this side. All we need to do, pull, poke. You see, the skin is broken. The flesh we don't care about now. We follow through with the skin on the other side, all the way down the neck. I always like to do the cooking first, then trim, even safer. Now, other side, finish breaking the skin, follow the soft bone, all the way through. Same on the other side, just to help us pry the meat, the flesh open. Now, doesn't look promising yet, but what we want to do now is to pry this open. What you want to do is to reveal the tenderloins, the fillet steak equivalent of a chicken. In a butcher shop, it's always a part of the breast, because how do you just sell 2 tenderloins? For the home kitchen, it's actually a different muscle, and it makes the breast uneven, so we divide and we conquer. All we need to do is pry, keep prying with your thumb until you've reached the wishbone. Here, treat this part like the sinew. Cut through. Keep going. Sinew, through. All of a sudden, what do we have here? The wing joint, where it meets the intimidating wishbone. We've dislocated 4 joints already. So now you have to practice. We grab hold of the wing joint, wiggle, one stable side, one moving side, right? Jam the knife. However many cuts necessary. What are we doing again? Pull, sinew, pull. Right? Ready? Switch back to dominant hand. Place your thumb on this lollipop-looking thing, and you start pulling. Feel the sinew? Great. Cut the sinew. Pull again. Sinew on the skin side. Okay. Pull again. Pull, pull, pull. Keep pulling. Look at the back. You can see the shoulder blades. That's how clean the back should be. And now what do we have here? A very flat, besides the wing drum, breast with all the skin in the world and the back meat. Now, 2 ways to deal with the drum. The easy way, which requires sacrificing the beautiful back meat we just pulled, you just cut like this. But if you want to go the extra mile, we've gone so far already, turn this round. Find the lollipop. We cut around the lollipop. As many incisions as need be. I know I said minimal incisions. These are tiny ones. They don't count. Sinew, cut. Now, the only exception today, no pulling. We're pushing down. Bone, board, push. Oh, sinew, remove. Bone, board, push again. Now back to the pulling. Because this part is very sinew heavy, we actually want to cut it and not save it for the breast. This is a fast cooking joint after all. So we cut this part in half. When you turn it back around, what do you have? The back now has a friend of equal thickness and skin protection. Beautiful breast. If you must trim now, don't trim here. It's going to shrink during cooking. Give it 2-3 centimeters. Trim here. Definitely don't trim this side. It's going to shrink till here. Now, the tenderloin. Depending on the health of the chicken, sometimes you can just run your thumb, but I like to cut from the side because that's where it's the most sticky. Once again, away from the flesh. Run the finger. Sinew, cut. Run your thumb down. Whole thing comes out. Depending on how old your bird is, this sinew here either holds the whole thing together or it can become chewy. So, for the purpose of demonstration, you hold this down, ideally with a towel, and you start scraping. Sinew out. 2 pieces of evenly shaped, fast cooking joints. Same on the other side. Always switch back to dominant hand. Sinew. A whole bird. Nothing on the back, nothing on the sides. What did we leave behind? These tiny bits around the wishbone. It's certainly not worth stopping you from doing this. So please, please, do give it a try.